Well, now that Vinny's a happy boy, he's had half his little million calorie drink, whatever the hell he's been having.
Jelly's is a curse, mate, let me tell you.
But we've got our good pal Julian with us at the moment. So right off the bat, I'm just going to just ask Julian, as all actors, I suppose, are asked, to be an actor, Julian, where did that seed, what did you wake up one morning and say, I'm going to give this a crack?
There was a time where, very, very early in my life, where my sister, my older sister, she had a tumor on her spine, and it all happened very quickly. There was a spinal surgery that needed to happen. We're at Westmead Children's Hospital, and there was a point in time where my family were kind of going between her ward and all of these kind of early onset complications with my brother Luke, who lives with Down syndrome and cerebral palsy. And I think there was a point where I felt very alone, and I felt like I didn't have any real, I didn't feel like I was contributing at all. I did have this relationship that I developed with the VHS tapes, where I could kind of watch videos and I could watch movies and kind of escape into that. Also with the Starlight room, I was able to use that room as well at the hospital, and I think it was movies and it was games that gave me peace, but also gave me a sense of meaning and story. I think I was able to go into those worlds, and I wanted to stay in them, because it was a lot nicer in those worlds than it was in reality.
Sure.
And I just, I think it planted a seed deep inside me that one day wouldn't it be nice to be a part of that world that gave me so much. So I would say probably there.
Okay, and you're a focused man, I know that. So what then did you say I need to do? Do I need to do classes? How do I become an actor? Who do I talk to? What's this first step I need to take?
I think it lay really dormant for a long time, because I was very much, me and my whole family were very much stuck in survival mode for a lot of the years after that. At my school, we didn't have drama. We didn't have any, anything in that space.
No creative outlet.
It was academic heavy, and I think that's a wonderful thing. I think it was a great privilege to be at the school that I was at, but there just wasn't really that world. But my sister, eventually on the other side of things, I think she found great expression in drama and tried out for NIDA and was very much in that kind of young actors world.
Yep.
And I observed that, and I think somewhere in the back of my head I was like, I like what she's doing. I still knew that I had to go to university and finish that journey. I ended up I did a degree in commerce at Macquarie University, and I felt like I wanted to finish my education and pay back my parents' belief in me. And I also set this little side task to leave no stone unturned whilst I was at university to try and find a way into this ever elusive industry, because there was just, I think now it's a little bit democratized, or maybe it isn't, but it seems like it's a bit more accessible.
Yeah.
At that point, it was like, what do you do? Where do you go? How do you even start with this? And I asked all of the relatives I had. We didn't have anyone with any kind of connection. My sister, even being in that young actors space, it was just, I think the things that she was met with was very much like, we don't really have a place here. It's very much a bit of a cliquey exclusive world, and if you can't get in, it can feel like you're just up against it.
Sure.
But then there was this really kind of interesting moment where my dad, who would have been willing to do whatever he could to give me a fair shot, I think he just said, hang on, what about, and he said, what about the show Skippy? And I was like,
Skippy.
Okay, Dad, you mean the show like Skippy that we definitely watched as kids, and that had that kind of omnipresent feel like a part of Australiana. Dad, how is a kangaroo going to help me right now?
Okay, Julian, give me 1 second. Let's pull it up here for a minute.
Cool.
Because Vinny knows how much I love Skippy.
Mate, hey,
So we're going to pull it up
that
here for a minute.
jumping rat, yeah.
And we're going to come straight back
Ah,
and continue with this.
Skippy.
You love it.
It's
Come on,
that's a
Vinny. You love
nightmare.
it.
My God.